4,100 pounds, basically on the nose. Winnebago 2108 DS Micro Mini here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is an exceptionally well-built little camper. If you're looking for a retirement grade, but you're not looking for real estate size, well, that's kind of what this is here. It's a 7-foot wide, easy towing tandem axle with a standard off-road package, which raises it up to give your, whole body clearance, a little bit more room there. This one here is our most popular of all the Micro Minis, I think, because it has a little bit of all of the furniture. Basically, it's got a good bathroom. It has a full walk-around bed with a Murphy sofa below it and a dinette slide. So it's got a little bit of a 1-2-3 punch that gives you super slide feels without the length, weight, and cost of a super slide. And man, the new look of this thing just looks terrific. I love that white lightning skin package. Now, weird as it sounds, I actually wanted to start in the bathroom because I have the slide closed, because this perfectly demonstrates the fact that you can fully access this RV with the slide closed. Even as big as I am, I can still get through here. And it also is an easy way to illustrate that with a Winnebago Murphy bed, you maintain bed access even when the slide is closed. And actually, the way that their bed's designed, you're supposed to travel with the bed down. That's not the normal thing that Murphy beds do. It's just a cool thing that Winnebago Murphy beds do. Or the Bago bed. Now, as we open the slide, I want to acknowledge that this is a completely carpetless camper, including over here in the dinette slide. There's also no floor heating vent, so this is a very easy cleaning kind of rig. As we work our way up, over here on the camp side of the RV, they've done a good job of giving us great visibility with lots of windows, which also provides lots of airflow. Now, your main entry door has a full viewing window. It also has its own privacy shade built right in it. The camera's just kind of not wanting to cooperate a little bit. There we go. Now, as we back up, this is pretty much what the 2108 FBS looks like here at Haylett RV. It's a front bed with a dinette slide. But the cool thing on this one is on a kind of drizzly day like today, or if you're going to entertain some guests, you can basically put the bed away and double your living space. Now, I want to leave this in like halfway up, halfway down mode in a way to kind of drive a couple things home. First of all, this is what I call flip it and forget it Murphy bed. There's some serious gas struts on this thing. It will basically flip itself away as soon as you start moving it. Now, you see that black latchy thing next to the window over here. It's also a locking Murphy bed, so you're not going to end up, on America's Funniest Videos getting dumped into the headboard of this thing, which, I say that jokingly. It's a potentially dangerous situation. I'm glad that Winnebago has addressed it. Now, down here, there is a pocket between the sofa and the bed area that's perfect for keeping your pillows. Now, we've never once had a problem. Like, you can leave the pillows on the bed and flip it up and down. We've never once had an issue where the pillow got jammed up or got lost. But if it ever did happen, if that lightning strike occurred, it would be not fun to try to fish that pillow out. So this has what I like to call pillow pocket technology. But with the bed fully out of the way, you really get a sense of the enhanced living space and like the open, airy feeling that you get in this model. The big windows, the light color package, that sort of honey oak style color cabinetry, golden oak you could say, or whatever you want to call it. It looks good. Now, cool thing there is that there's storage all the way under that sofa, but it's completely segregated. It does not bleed through to the interior of the RV. So your outside stuff stays outside, your inside stuff stays inside. That's tougher to say than you would think. So, interestingly, the Murphy bed Micro Minis actually have more closet space than the non-Murphy bed ones, which is something that rarely gets mentioned. They also have extra large side stands. And what I like about this is, at night, it gives me the perfect place to put a CPAP machine or an alarm clock or set my phone to charge it. But during the day, it gives me a place to set down a drink or a full-on dinner plate, because I always forget to grab something before, I'll sit down and be like, oh crap, I forgot my drink. I'll sit down with a bowl of soup and be like, well, this is going to be hard without a spoon. I always manage to do that. So you got room to do that. And again, you have 2 hanging closets instead of 1 right here. Another thing that you have is, should you choose to utilize that dinette for a guest, you have some full-on privacy here with a ridiculously heavy-duty, like no see-through silhouette, none of that curtain. The only problem with that curtain is it provides so much privacy that it is not shadow puppet compliant. All of our windows open for airflow. The main entry door window does not. It's a viewing window, not an airflow window, but you can see even that window there has that central airflow sort of split beam. But they also all have pleated shades for privacy. And again, you could fold that dinette down for an extra little bonus sleeping space if need be. Most of the time, though, I think this is what you're going to look at. Now, that tabletop is just like the kitchen counters, which is just like the bathroom. It's an all sealed edge press membrane material, so if you spill a drink, wipe it up. No big deal. Now, you don't want to leave water spilled around because you still have woodwork. You know, it's just common sense. Now, our entertainment center here has a couple awesome features going on. First of all, below the TV, there's a handy little wireless charging pad, perfect for any phones that have wireless charging capability. Now, I'm just on a 12-volt battery supply. I'm not plugged into full park power or anything right now. So if you're dry camping, that is still live and able to help keep your entertainment up and rolling, or even just your phone up and going. Also very handy, the positioning of that, in case you have one of those little plugs where you like to plug your phone into your TV to be, you know, handle your Netflix, your Amazons, your all that kind of stuff. What am I missing here? Oh, yeah, storage. They've made it very easy to access all of that as well. And what's cool, most of the time, you can just pop these little bench end doors open to get under those benches for some storage stuff. But if you got some big stuff or it's slid back there, notice how, first of all, you're sitting on a nicer plywood. And that's a thing, you'll like the sealed edge counters, the stainless sinks we're going to talk about. We're walking on plywood flooring in an aluminum skeleton product. This is a material premium trailer. Even where you're not looking, they're still using nicer materials. They open up every little nook and cranny with this pocket screwed cabinetry, which is something a little bit longer lasting than, like stapled particle board cabinets. And don't get me wrong, fiberboard cabinetry that's all stapled together, it's fine. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. But 10 times out of 10, I know that I would prefer to have pocket screwed cabinetry because I feel like it's going to hold up better and longer and stronger, especially a trailer like this that, you know, it's smaller body, excellent for state parks, national parks, where you can really go off grid here. So full-size fridge, you have a full wall kitchen backsplash from cabinet cabinet bottom to counter top. There we go. Smoke coming out of my ears. Big kitchen breeze window that we've already seen from a couple different angles, but flush mount stovetop, dual sink covers, and a counter extension gives this little trailer a decent amount of prep space with some easy reach appliance outlets below. And as I mentioned just a second ago, this is a stainless kitchen sink right here. So you're just looking at nicer fixtures, nicer features like plywood full extension drawers. There's also a handy little place that's very wastebasket capable right here under the sink. So it's a small body camper. You don't necessarily have to have like a wastebasket eating up your, your living space or anything like that. And when it's not all blown apart in storage display mode, it's got a nice clean look about it. Your command center is hidden in that upper left-hand cabinet there, away from little fingers. And I should mention, you have the ability to outfit this with a larger 15,000 BTU air conditioner. Very commonly how we'll do it here at Halets. There are some times where we'll have a couple come in with the standard air, but frankly, even the standard air is probably fine. In this small of a box, it's a small camper with a standard radiant, like sun reflection package. You're probably going to be fine. Another thing that's cool on the air system, Jayco is very good about this, and a lot of your premium brands tend to be. All of your air ducts can be turned and closed. You always maintain good control over your airflow, and I love just the look of this accent panel. It looks like it's got a texture. Also, you look through here, and you're like, oh man, I can't control these lights. Well, boop, they're just little touch sense lights. There's not like a direct switch on them. So you still maintain full control over all of your lighting here. Now there's good legroom here in this bathroom, which is one of the things I like about it. And you can see that we've got a just easy step-in shower, not a travel trailer tub. We have both a skylight and a vent fan, but we also have a radius shower track for some extra elbow room that no one's going to regret having. Standing in the shower, you can get an idea of a better idea and look at the layout of this bathroom. There's a heat vent here for the bathroom. The furnace on the left side right there, heating the main cabin. There's no need for floor vents in something this small. You can see that you have handy little appliance outlets right there, right below that stainless sink. You also have an extra hanging closet, and that's what's cool about all the 2108s and 2106s. They have the exact same bathroom, and I'm happy with that because it rocks. Gives us space below the sink for toothpaste and stuff like that. We've got space at the bottom there for extra rolls of toilet paper. I already mentioned the extra hanging closet space on that right-hand side there. Also, a little separate, I don't know, generic anything and everything storage pocket on top. I love that they just put that extra shelf in there so that you get an extra area of segregation, because you can always do something with a horizontal flat shelf. Whereas, you know, if that wasn't there, it would be like wastefully tall. You wouldn't be able to do anything without adding some sort of homegrown storage solution, which isn't hard, which isn't expensive. It's just nice that you don't have to. Now, back outside, I cannot think of a better day and a better time to talk about an awning than on a lightly drizzly day like this, because it gives you a spot where if you're going a little stir crazy, you need a little extra room, you can still go outside. Of course, it'll do all those things you expect out of an awning, like shade you from the sun and whatnot. But the cool thing here is it's just all push button power operated. It's got an auto rain dump. You can manually tilt and lock those arms for rainy day runoff, which on a day like today is absolutely ideal. Now, the weather today being very non-conducive to video recording. Apologies if a little umbrella peeks in there from time to time. That new nose cap looks absolutely stellar up here. And it just kind of sets off that everything on this is going to be something special, something different, something sharp. Like even the chassis is different. Instead of a traditional I-beam frame chassis, this rides on a Norco chassis, which is an ultralight Z-frame that's huck bolted together with HSLA steel. And all that's fancy technical jargon. What it means in English: lighter but stronger, high strength, low alloy chassis. And that's pretty much the simplest, easiest way to say it. Now, I call the exterior white lightning. I've heard it, sometimes I call it polar white. Basically, you have your choice between platinum, white, and champagne exterior skins. Winnebago's supplier, sadly, has discontinued some of the more aggressive, fun, you could say, colors on these things. Now, our baggage doors here, you can see the double slam latches and double magnet holdbacks, making it easy to get in and out of here. But I wanted to start with the door down so you can see that sealed piano hinge. On a day like this, with rain and water getting on it, it's nice to know you've got that protection right there. Now, we're going to make this portion brief. I don't want an open baggage door with any sort of rain exposure for any longer than I can help it. But you can see the aluminum structure going on. This is an all-aluminum structure RV with galvanized steel roof trusses. And their Murphy bed system has a huge pass-through. And what I like about it, remember, it's completely separate from anything inside. They even wrap it, these little side saddle things, past that battery disconnect up into that front corner. So there's just no wasted space in there. And thank you, Slam Latches, for making my life simpler and easier on a rainy day like today. As we take a knee together, we get down here, you can see how they enclose and force air heat the holding tank areas of these, which is something that's very nice for making this a solid extended season RV. I mentioned earlier how that now standard off-road package, which, I mean, the wheels and the tires and everything together look really good, and you can actually see from here the glimmer of that galvanized steel blowout guard. So God forbid those radial tires get compromised. You know, sometimes you can do the best job in the world of you as an owner taking care of that tire, but at the end of the day, there's still debris on the road that you have to contend with, and this is designed to hold up against that. Centralized hookups in the corner here is something that helps everybody, because 99% of campgrounds have all their hookups back here. And that's black tank flush shower, as well as separate cable and satellite hookups, by the way. Going through the taillights, you see the white central sections on those. That gives us reverse travel lighting, kind of like your vehicle. When you shift into reverse, you have lights kick on behind you for a couple of reasons. One, it helps you see, but two, it helps everybody else see that you're backing up. That's a very handy thing on a trailer where sometimes when you're backing up, your visibility is limited. Anti-slam door with an XL handle and anti-slip steps makes for easy coming and going. And hopefully we have an anti-slip ladder as I clamber my way up there. And thankfully we did! Yay! I didn't fall and break my neck. Anyway, now I wouldn't recommend getting on your RV roof when it's windy. But if it's just wet, it's no big deal, because it's no different than being on top of your RV when you're doing a routine seasonal wash, clean, and conditioning. Now, rather than side mount roof solar prep, geez, what a stupid thing to say, side mount roof solar prep. That's literally what just came out of my mouth. Anyway, instead of those simple side mount solar prep plugs, Winnebago has opted for a full roof solar. The reason being, the kind of system that would plug into that side mount panel you can just hook up directly to the battery anyway. So you didn't lose anything. Instead, you gained the ability now to have roof mount solar. And obviously, by virtue of the fact that I'm walking up here, this is a fully walkable roof. And even in crappy weather, guys, we're willing to get up here and show you all the ins and the outs of these things. That's how we've grown to be such a large dealer. We've got trailers leaving, motorhomes leaving right now. So, you know, we find homes for these things. And look at the links that we're willing to go to before you've even picked up the phone. Imagine what we would do once we've had the chance to meet. Give us that opportunity. I don't think you'd be disappointed. It doesn't matter where you live. We make it happen. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.